Can you hear it now? The settings have changed on my microphone. I think this is the one. Can you hear me now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, some of my settings have changed. When my machine crashed, you can see. Anyway, I'm back on board. Cool. Let me tone down the music a bit down. This is the hard part about charts. You see a nice formation like this one I had. You enter it and it wicks really quick, hits there, and then comes back down here. Now, it's very hard to decide what to do from that point onwards, right? Because there was a pretty big wick and a good rejection and a bit of a sell-off straight away. As soon as it hit there, there was a sell-off. How annoying is that? It took a long time to get the making going, and yeah, I think it will slowly approach up. That is true fi. So let me the watermark. Let's see if I can get that darker. There we go. So I had this big formation, watching it for a while. Does look good, doesn't it? It's like, okay. You had a bit of a breakout there. Like you can see, this is prepared. Like this is building up for a big breakout. I had this. I traded this some time back, and then it pulled back again. And you can see my chart. It's got a bit of an alert when it breaks this trend line. That's when I jump in. But I did have. This was my UDT. So let me see what else is there. But this one, I do believe, as long as Bitcoin is going to keep going up, I can actually get rid of that alert now. I don't need it. Okay, I keep showing what it's on the screen. True Fi. There you go. I'm going to try and get some of my apps back up because Telegram. Can't believe I sold my soul. I got a colleague. He sold his soul. To the devil, is it? To the devil. I'm going to say that. To the devil. Okay. Now, he was one of my main ones. Where is it? Oh, man, he didn't save it. All right. So that's true. You can see where that's going. It's hit a strong, grey area. So this was my strong support area. Man, charts are sometimes so predictable. And you can see that bullish candle. That was your signal to enter. You always look for a bullish candle. An engulfing bullish candle in the formation is a signal to go with it. Anyway, so but I didn't get to trade this. Actually, this. So I hit the 618 and then pull back. This is going to be slow. It's still going to grind because we still got this. I was to say this fib level. It needs to break this fib level now, doesn't it? To keep going. All right, that's that for now. What I want to do is let's see UDT. This kind of the internet's been talking about for so long. Let's see what it's doing. No, it's still not breaking up. Still going down, but let's see if I can see anything. I'll tend to ignore the rest and see what happens there. All right. Magic. Just Magic's looking all right still. ETM. All right, let's start. I'm just jumping all over the place. Let me start with a proper schedule. This, I'm going to send a signal to someone. All right, let's go to Bitcoin. The charts are looking all right. Starting to get some momentum, even though Bitcoin is playing its thing. If you look at Bitcoin or the MACD, so if I was to pick out the 4-hour chart on the right, there is a bit of bullish divergence still playing out over here. So, and I'd like to get rid of those. Let's see how we go. You can hide that. You can see the bullish divergence on the RSI, and even with the MACD, there's a bit of a bullish divergence as well, from there to there. So this doesn't look like it's going to go down anytime soon. So we still there. I do believe there's still, even though it's struggling, I still think this is a reversal pattern so far. I don't think it's a bear flag. And looking at the indicators, even this MACD, you can see here, like that is a pretty bullish formation. Now it's probably played out. That might have just played it out a bit. Now we've got to keep an eye on it. Yeah, so this is the 2-hour chart. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, it's still bullish. Look at that. Look at the MACD. Keep going. It's still going up. Let's see the 8-hour. See if there's any difference. It would be nice to see this crossover on the 8-hour. I do see momentum to the upside, not too much. Let's see on the 12-hour. Yeah, it's still holding. Even the 12, like this signal, bit of a bullish divergence, even on 12-hour. Okay, so far, Bitcoin is looking all right. No imminent drop. And as my post said on the daily, if I would put the daily, I think this is the 21 weekly moving average. That's a daily one. Let's see the 21. Let's bring it up a bit. So this blue line, let's see, what's this? So this is the 21 weekly moving average here. That's holding it up, along with the previous support around here. So that's a buy zone. And I did talk about on my video post, the days haven't seen it, but this is potentially an acting resistance line. So we if it breaks this level, then it's going to be good, but it's holding us back at the moment. So we're in this pocket. So this 21 weekly moving average, far out like that. That's a 21 weekly moving average, and then we've got this line here. That's previous support. So and now it's going to be acting as resistance. So we're in this pocket, and if it goes above it, that's a real bullish sign, because the fact that we broke below it, it'll be really nice to see this break above. And then I have this pretty much formation that it might become bullish. At the moment, I'm still bearish. I'm looking for this line to be broken before I become bullish. Yeah, so that's my perspective on Bitcoin at the moment. There's a whole bunch of possible different configurations that you can look at it. But yeah, this is looking so far bearish. Now let's look at Ethereum. Where is Ethereum? Where is Ethereum? Okay, this is my old chart. Ah, okay, here we go. So it did hit the pot. Looks, some things work, man. Some TA does work. This is an old chart, and it's great when the old charts, and then you look back and then you can see how you went and see if the method works. This is what I like about old charts. The methodology you apply, you can test it by looking back and seeing if your targets were right. So this is against Bitcoin, Ethereum, and my target too was it. So now the question is, when's a good time to buy Ethereum? That's a good question, isn't it? So this is my third target here. I've got a few target charts, but this is, yeah, so this is the third target based on this fib extension here. So I use that fib extension. So this method in confluence with a bit of the structure and so on works for me. So let's look at Ethereum against US dollar. Actually, okay. Let's see where my other chart was. Yeah, so that's not looking good, is it? From that perspective, but anyway. Well, I thought I saved it. When Ethereum, what's the last one I saved? Okay, this was my Ethereum chart, all right. Okay, some of that saved. I had a good configuration. I can't remember where it was. All right, I've got to go for one of them. Actually, probably get a clean chart. How's that for you? You can see this line that is low resistance, and it got broken down below it. Not to say that's a bad thing. So let's go to the small time frames. So I'm going to look at Ethereum from a short-term perspective. So you can see that is pretty much support there. If we look on the slightly bigger smaller time frame, this is what we're having inside there. Okay, so if they can hold there, then we're going to be bullish. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to be bullish at all because it's dropped a few key levels. This is the only one that's left, which shows as a buy zone, but it could still hold on to it. So this level, we could potentially have a descending triangle. And until this side level is broken, I would hold on to my Ethereum if you haven't sold it by now. I've got a bit left over, and I'm looking to hold until I see this break. But basically, we look depending on Bitcoin at the moment. Now, if we do this trend line here, that's confluence as well. So this could be a strong line as well. So we can get rid of this. You can see that potentially playing its part. That makes sense. It's already responding to it. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. There's not really much. I wouldn't. So this is basically commentary on Ethereum in terms of not to buy but to hold. So my point is, if Ethereum drops below this level, it's I would get out of it. Um, and if you look at ADA against Ethereum, there was pretty much a scenario where you should flip the ADA. And here's my ADA against Ethereum. So we had a descending wedge, a few resistance spots, and you can see how ADA's performed against Ethereum. Contrary to what I thought it might do, I didn't think it was going to be that strong, but it did. And we still have upward pressure on the daily. Actually, it's probably pretty much come to close to the top with this indicator. So if we're comparing with Ethereum and ADA, Ethereum's come to, ADA's come to a resistance level, roughly here. As you can see, previous, let's see where it is, that level. You can see pretty clearly there was a lot of rejection here. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. Okay, so now if we look at this wedge could have started from here. Maybe not there. This is probably where the target was. If this descending wedge started from this top, that's why the target's there. So now that we reached the target of this descending wedge, we're in neutral ground. We don't know what's going to happen from that point onwards. And you can see with ADA that we had a fair bit of support here. So I would see this level as support. If this was to pull back, I would just see sideways at the moment, because this is pretty much reached the top on the daily. And when things reach the top, I think the momentum's still to go until you see this crossover, I suppose. ADA's, I still rather go with ADA than Ethereum at this point. I think ADA's got a bit more to go. It's reached my target and some more. It's actually just an old chart. So this is my one extension. Mate, I hope it didn't crash the way I didn't want it. Had all my work done on it and it didn't save it. All right. So these was my thought prior to reaching this target. So now that it's reached the target, what is ADA likely to do? That's a hard question. Let's look at it. I think ADA's still going to go up. Let's see the indicators. Let's pick the daily. So you can see this has still got upward momentum. So the upward momentum is still going. I do believe that. This was my one extension, which was basically on this structure here. Hold on. So that was the first target, the yellow. The next target was this one extension, and the third target is between these two here, which is about, actually it could be the, let me just get the other one's missing from there. Give me a sec. See, some of the stuff didn't save. So this is the next range, possible range for ADA. Still a fair bit to go. That's why I think this sort of makes sense that against Ethereum it's still gonna perform. As you can see, my fib extensions. So this is the extension one. You can see how I've performed, pulled back a bit. Now it's trying to break out of it. So let's see what it's trying to do now on a smaller time frame. Let's look at the 15-minute. There's no obvious formation, is there? So we had a bit of a formation here. That was a breakout. We had another continuation format. Yep. So this, to me, because it's a key level. I think price is going to range, do some ranging before it goes up again. So my buy entry will be there. I'll wait for it to come down, buy around here, because it might just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up again. I do believe this is the target. It could be the 1.618 golden ratio extension. I don't think it will be the lower ones because that is pretty popular. So yeah, so that is about $3.14 potentially, and then we'll take it from there. Next step upwards. All right, let's see what we got here. Any commentary? Oh, I miss you, so you're welcome. I actually take a few days off. I'll stop trading. I only did a few small trades, and they were good trades actually. So if you watch me, ADA was one of them. So that's why I'm still talking about ADA, and I'm looking to re-enter ADA. So and I'm looking to re-enter there. What's your name? ITTG. What's your name? So I can at least call your name out. Now I can do too. Which Bitcoin is it? Okay, you are doing great. Thank you. Hope you guys benefit. So here's the thing. I traded Sol today, and I'm in it, but this is not my Sol chart. Isn't that great? So I didn't save. Bugger. I had my Sol chart here. It didn't save it. PC crashed. Windows. What do you expect? I do a lot of my chart analysis on Windows. I do my trading on my Mac, just for security reasons. So I had this formation on Sol. Sol, if you missed it, it's still too not late. You can see this level. That was holding it back, but you can see the formation, and that was a good entry. So, but I think let's see where I am with my Sol. I did enter right here, just to prove your point. So let me just. I like showing what I do. So just to back my commentary. Oops. No, that didn't work. What happened there? That's weird. Yeah, so if I entered Sol at 44 cents, so around here. that's because it got my attention a bit too late. So I entered there, I think. Yeah. So a nice move to the upside, and I'm still holding. Now, what's Sol going to do? Well, similar to ADA, really. Look at this level, okay? And you know my methodology. Previous, when we get a nice run, where it stops, it does a deep pullback, and that was the support line that I was interested in, and it went down below that a few times. But if I use my hourly method, what gave me the conviction to enter this is my method. I saw it too late, but still, you can see my, where is it? Let's get rid of that. My 1350 crossover in this formation gave me the confidence to jump in. As I said, I've been taking a few days off. I celebrate Ramadan, and so I do take time off. And now let's look at this. So that structure height is what I'm interested in. Okay, so that's why I'm interested in this height. So I'll use that method to, so 58 is the structure's height as the target. So that's my target based on this small structure. Where's my other thing? Give me a sec. Okay, there we are. Here we go. So can get rid of this one. It makes it a bit confusing. Get taken out. So this if you look at from a distance, you would see that Sol has a lot of potential, a lot. That was reaccumulation, and it took a while. Yeah, went sideways. This was reaccumulation, and now you can see. Just step back a bit, and you can see when there's a reaccumulation that takes a while and then breaks out of it. It has a lot of potential, doesn't it? So Sol's one of those coins that you should have. It's just broken out of this structure. It's going to go, and I'm going to buy some more actually. So I better look at the small time frame. But yeah, it's not a topping off formation, and I think it's. Let's see if it's got history in terms of price. So it's all new discovery, new price discovery, isn't it? Give us a sec. Let me see if there's any other charts for Sol that had more history. FTX won't. Bitfinex, let's see. Okay, Bitfinex did, but that's there. Maybe let's see what Hobie had. Hobie doesn't have much history. Actually, best one is to look at is Coinbase, isn't it? Well, not Coinbase, Coin Market Cap. I just want to see if there's anything that dictates the charts for, because we need reference points. Okay, so no, Solana has been since 220, May 220, and actually this doesn't show. No. Wow, look at that. Started at practically $2 in late November. Far out. Year to date, that's what year to date shows. Okay. So no, it's all new price discovery. So this is going to, yeah, so this could go really big. I would hold on to Sol. This chart, yeah, that's the oldest chart I think we can have. But that's a bit different to what we saw on Bitfinex on Coin Market Cap. But all right, that's pretty much answered the question, didn't it? There's nothing that dictates what's going to happen moving forward. So let's do a simple method or two methods. Pick a location. I'll pick there. Okay, perfect. That's why we're finding resistance at the moment. 2.618. The next one is about $70. So once it breaks this $52 range, the next big move is to $70 is my prediction. As long as that Bitcoin remains bullish. So now let's just go back to the daily. So where is it? Yeah, right there. So the second target is that one there. I think that's the main target. Before we have a bit of a pullback in there. And potentially the third target, the 4618. So we're taking it steps, one step at a time. And you're going, why am I doing 618, 618, 618? If I did my research prior to understanding understanding charts. It's just the golden ratio just keeps on popping its head in. So that's why I got on my fib extension a template with the 618 extension all the way through. And I'll keep using that as confluence and to help make decisions. So you can see here on the daily, we've got the MACD turning up. And you can see all these histogram is getting shorter and shorter. To me, this is the daily, don't forget, and this is a bullish sign. And one more last thing, let me just, and then we've got this, oh man, I gotta buy more, I gotta find an entry for Solana because this is gonna go. This is looking really good. That's my tip for you guys. Solana, go along. I just want to see a number of areas that I'm targets. So let me just rename this or make a copy. Solana. Okay. I made all that effort into it. And this one, Algo. So you can see what Algo's done. You know, at least so you got Algo a bit of reference here. So this catches my eye. That stopped there. So as price came down, it bounced and it found resistance and continued down. That's why I picked that spot. And now I look to my right and I go, okay, doesn't mirror up. Somewhat it does. So we had this real acceleration and then overperforms and then pulls back. But this red line is pretty much the main resistance. If I look on the weekly tells me that this is the resistance here. The resistance in April. So that's the main resistance. Weekly resistance. So until it breaks there, I'm not interested. So this is going to be more of a breakout trade. And you can see that based on what I had on the daily, this once price breaks this level, I think it's going to go. It's done all the hard work. It's just consolidating under this resistance area, isn't it? So it could go down because of Bitcoin. That's why I'm saying just look for this breakout. There's two levels that I'm interested in, and then when it breaks that, I suppose you can do this as well. Just draw your lines, but you can see similar to Solana, it's looking to break out, or AVAX. So I'll just save that. Let's see, where's me? Did I talk about AVAX? Load. So I didn't save it. So I'm looking at AVAX as well. So this is pretty clear to me. And the why I like this is we got about, what is it? I'm looking at 4 touches, excluding that. You can see how it's building up. Now what we have, we had that support, and that support. So it's pretty much done 3 times this level. And then we have a higher low, and then we had another higher low. And so price is just getting pushed up at stages. And you can see from here, from where I got the 0.618, that is the resistance level that we need to break. When you have all these wicks, it can be misleading. And what I'm looking at is the 1 hour chart, purely because we're in a formation and I got the 1350 crossing over again. So my belief is that this is going to just slowly build its way up to this level. It could wick down a bit, but it's still going to be. But this one could be the one that breaks out. So you got to keep an eye on it. Or you could just keep going sideways, and that's a pretty much accumulation area. If it comes down here, keep buying. But I do see this. I reckon this is the way that this cycle is the one that's going to break through. I don't think it's going to go sideways much more. It's done a fair bit of it. I don't think it's going to come down here again because it's done 1, 2, 3, 4, and it gets pushed up. It really comes down to Bitcoin, but I do believe this is going to move from here and break up. So it's a good buying area now. Where would you put your stop limits? Let's look closer. Yeah, so my stop limits under this 618. So I'll put my stop limits under here. And that probably makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, I feel comfortable. It might, if it wicks down here, it loses a bit of its steam. So I'd rather get out of it and then reassess to go back in. So if this drops down to here, that's fine. But I'd like to get the next fib level below as my stop limit. Shiba's been going down lately, so I did have one open late. Where is it? Okay, here's another chart I had. Far out. I'll look at Shiba maybe later because I did see it, and there's nothing worth commenting on at the moment. I'm pissed off that my chart's not saved on this one. Actually, yeah, it's not saved. Okay, this is route protocol, and I did a post today. I think this is so far 89% gain from what I told you guys to buy. So 90%. That's still pretty good. That was a good call for me. Watch my video post talking about this. It's not the clearest. Let's see if I can get background black. It's I don't know why the candlesticks are vague. I think it's a bug in with there you go. It's still there's too much gaps in them because the data it's gathering is from Uniswap, so it's not the best. Let me see why. Give me a sec. Let me just look at my previous post. I did an update on that, so it's in here. Here's my chart. Oh no, I don't want to listen to it. I want to see that. There you go. So that's that. Oh, okay. No, didn't get the updated chart, and the video has it. So you need to watch the video for the targets. Had these fib levels. It's in there somewhere for route, but I do believe it's still going to go to $33 at this point, the minimum. Where are we? Yeah, is that the one? Yep, that's the one. So we're almost halfway. That's one of those odd coins that I want to put out there. Yeah, I do deal with a lot of mainstream. Actually, is this the one? Yeah, no, that's not the one. I do deal with mainstream coins, but it's also good to get those new coins as well because You know, Ethereum was 50 cents. ADA was who knows how many cents. Um, all those real low cap coins are big today. Started from somewhere, so it's good to pick out these ones as well and just hold them. Just hold them, and that can go a long way. It's worth the risk. Um, anyway, that's why I'm just picking out a few odd coins. Yeah, I lost all my charts. Bloody hell! Like I had this. I remember this, and I drew on it. And I don't understand why I didn't save. That was Ripple. I'll go through it all again. This is all historical stuff. So Ripple, I said the bounce potentially. So it can do the 1, 2, 3 and up, or it could do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and up. So there's a rejection there. It could be somewhere in the middle where this moving averages are for Ripple, and see if there's a reversal, and it's good entry because Ripple has made this big structure, and it can be very bullish. It can go really high as well. So there you go, my old target. So first target was reached. From I don't know how I derived that, but that was there. Second target is around there. So $2. So you got to keep an eye on Ripple as well. This could go, if Bitcoin does well, this can do well as well. Alt season is still there. DOT has the potential as well. All these mainstream coins, similar to say ADA and Solana, we have DOT going sideways for some time, and it's more like a reaccumulation structure, and it's almost breaking out. This is known as a shakeout area. It shakes you out and then goes up. So it could dip to that level. Don't get rid of it. It depends when you entered. If I was to buy, I'll be looking around this level to buy, and the last. So this is basically shaking you out at this prior resistance level. So it's just to get rid of weak hands before it comes down and up it goes. That is my thoughts on dot or polka dot. A link so you can see my old scribbles. Link's hit a target. I didn't realize that, but Link hit a major target, which was the 1.272 extension, as well as it's pretty obvious. This is still an old chart as well. This red line, look at my scribbles. I cleaned it up. I remember this, but it didn't save it. So this red line is my main resistance line along this, and that's why we had this resistance along with the fib level. So I do see Link coming where it is right now. It's an area to buy, really. Don't get rid of it. This is an area. Actually, yeah, here we go. That was my first target. Second target is this area here, this box area. So it's $58 to $71. This could go sideways a fair bit though. So I would look at watch when to enter. Right now, I can see the grey moving up as potential. Still got a bit more to go on the daily, so it's not right ready yet for Link. I would put my money on something else for the time being. It could probably come down to this orange. Might come down to this orange level with I don't know, some web formation. So this could keep coming down, find that pivot point, and then up, and and then it makes that level. And depending how how bullish the market is at the time. It could probably overperform or just go sideways again, find another pivot point, and then keep up or go down. Depends. So, but there are my thoughts on Link. Okay, Cake's doing what I said some time back with my scribble, so not ready yet. Where have we got? FTT. Yeah, that's not looking good. Actually, I had where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, that's not looking good, is it? Pull back. Cake, no. Did that, that. Well, I've got two ripples. Is this the other ripple? Okay. Okay, I had run Thor chain. So Thor chain, it looks like. So I'll look at this area as support now. So it's pulling back for whatever target it hit. But you can see that formation, big triangle, breakout, retest, and then hopefully keeps going on. So that was a good spot to buy. I didn't buy it. I didn't see it. Too busy. And yeah, Thor chain. You can see from a distance, it's got an ongoing trend. Like this trend is not spiky or real aggressive, but it's consistent. So if I was to clear this and add my indicators to it, it's a reliable trend. Where are we? There you go. That, like, you can't argue with that. The Thor chain has a reliable trend. And if we look at this is the 4 hour. And let's see, what do we have on the 4 hour? Is that the daily? Yep. So the orange is the daily 10. The black is the daily 20. The daily 20 and the 200. What is that? The 200 on the 4 hour, which is a strategy, a trading strategy as well. The 200, along with the moving average. If you don't know, you can look up on the internet. Using the 200 on the 4 hour with the MACD, there is a strategy for buying and selling, I suppose. But Thor chain is really working with that. And yeah, there's still upward momentum. I can see that going. Let's see on the daily what it's doing. Okay, a bit of a bearish divergence there. No, but this is telling me it's actually bullish still. So if I look at that, yeah, this is a bullish. So you got the red reversing and the green above it. Everything's pointing upwards on the daily. So this is actually a break on the daily. It's pretty much a breakout trade. Let me see what I'm doing here. It's a bit of a bearish divergence, which is not good on the daily. So I'll need a 10. I'll work with the 10 and 20 moving average. What is that? A lot of lines for no reason. It's a lot of. Okay, so this is more like a breakout trade. So if I was to trade this is the daily. It's already done it. So let's do a 12 hour. Yeah, I'll stay away from it. Even the 12 hour slightly divergent, so I'll stay away from that. It's been consistently a good trend, but entry doesn't look like it's a good time to do it. It's still going to go sideways. There's not much momentum with it, with the bearish divergence. So it's broken up, but nothing special. So I'll leave that alone. Dodge, haven't seen it for a while. Let's see what Dodge is doing. Okay, so you can see how that found support there on the bounce. I actually hit my target, third target as well. Far out. I've been trading Dodge in this area, but I just said when I was trading it here, I had these targets, and you can see it hit my third target with the extension one, and then done a big pullback. So I can't see it going. You might, but I can't see it going up here, can I? Because once it's done one, the best thing you're probably going to get there is a double top, potentially a double top and back down again. Now, where's a good time to enter? Let's see, the 12. So you can see support here. So this is a support area. Support. So this is looking like support from that area. So this might be an area where you can continue to buy. And if it moves up, then you just add on to it. But definitely this level's resistance, significant resistance. But it does look bullish, to tell the truth, with these higher lows. So it's pulled back, then bounced and found support. Now it's bouncing back up. So it's likely to go, potentially. There's no trend. It's not a trend that you can trade. It's more with structure, and it's a hard one. These methods for structure is you got to get it right, and there's no structure here either, really. If I just draw lines, potentially that's the only lines I have. So this could potentially drop more, get rejected, and then find support here, and then go. So I will look for a breakout from there as a guide, because it's possible that it can drop down for this level before it goes up, breaks this trend line. Yeah, this is pretty much, yeah, I don't have much confidence that it will break it. Maybe you just average yourself in. Average it, buy a bit here, and if it drops down, buy a bit more. Even if it's a shitcoin, it's not going to go away because people are still buying it. Anyway, that's my Dodge thoughts. Already did dot. Oh, did I do dot? No. How can you see? How can I see this from start? It's live now. You can pull back. Even it's live, you can go back to the, I believe you can roll back from the beginning. Can you see Bitcoin doing 42K like everyone else? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So, actually, here's one. Give me a sec. For those that didn't see Bitcoin, my Bitcoin posting, that's not it. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you something. Here we are. This is what I presented in my video post today. So this it's not exactly the same, but here's the similarities. Key level of resistance. So when price comes up in the acceleration, whatever reason, it's usually a fib extension or whatever it is, it finds major resistance, and then price gets pushed back down hard here, right? and then when it comes back up, finds resistance, and that's my 41, 42K range. Right. You see this yellow line acting as support, 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 and then drop. We have the weekly, I think this is, I can add it. Weekly, I can make this the 21 weekly moving average. And if I just turn that on, you can see ever so slightly, the 21 weekly average is holding this up. And if it's holding it up, you can see why as well. We have confluence here, previous support, support area, support area. So we're having support, but we're also having resistance, this yellow line. So if you go close, you can see this yellow line. If I can push it up a bit, hold on. Bitcoin's everything at the moment, really. You can't keep your eyes off Bitcoin and just go blindly with the alts. You've got to keep an eye on this. And what we're seeing right now is a strong 21 weekly moving average, which is traditionally a strong level of support, and we have this resistance. So we've got this formation. It's either going to be a bull flag or reversal or a continuation. And if it drops down there from this as a bear flag, then pretty much it's going to be not nice. The reason being, all right, well, that's what I have here, right? On the right, this fractal. This fractal, this is pretty much equivalent to this yellow line. Price came up similarly, found this resistance, did a continuation pattern, and continue on. And now this is the thing. It did its all-time high, did a second all-time high, and then its third, and then it dropped. And then done this reversal pattern to drop down. We had one all-time high, second all-time high, third all-time high, pretty much similar. Here we had ascending wedge. Here we have an ascending wedge. So this is a fractal. We have this line, and when price dropped below it, it became resistance and dropped. So this is my same scenario here. Comes down, finds resistance, continues down to this level. And in this case, the black is the 21 weekly moving average, and it found support and went up. I'm hoping that's the case we have here. But I have concerns about it because this white is our 21 weekly moving average. This black line back then was the 21 weekly moving average. So the fractal are the same, but the problem is when we find support here, and I do believe this is a good entry point. That's why I'm cashed up to buy more there. And if price comes up, well, this 21 weekly moving average can be resistance, and it could just either it continue down or it just finds itself in this level for some time. So yeah, so you can find yourself in this area for some time, going sideways, finding this area of support, and who knows what this, if this is the top, don't know. It can be for some time, but what it does is if we come down to the 42 level, and then we find price going up there, well, we have basically we have a changing trend on the weekly. So if this comes down here, this is a changing trend in the weekly, and it's not going to, I don't think it's going to go up. This wasn't, I think this wasn't a change in a trend. This was within the trend. This one's a changing trend on the weekly, and I think it will keep going down and potentially go down to, I don't know, 38, or this is the next level here. And then we've got levels, and you've got to watch it before. It's not nice. So what I'm looking forward to is if this hopefully breaks it and then just finds that level and then continues on. That's what we're looking for. So I'm not going to buy Bitcoin anytime soon. Although there's a bullish divergence, it's not really going anywhere, Bitcoin. and the alts are taking the steam out of it. So yeah, Bitcoin's not looking well, and you've got to be very careful on how much you invest in the alts. So I don't hold much alts. I'm just trading them and in and out really. Yeah, basically I'm done playing it safe. Bitcoin dominance, and you can see Bitcoin dominance is still having a bullish divergence. It's still downward pressure. This one's on the daily, but you can see a bit of a few green candles now. RSI is doing like a bullish divergence there. The MACD here is ever so slightly. It's not quite there. So the alts are still there, but you got to keep your eyes on it. Look at the daily and look at the 4 hour. Let's see what the 4 hour showing us. So the 4 hours actually it's changing, isn't it? And this is pushing up. So the 4 hour on Bitcoin dominance is it's getting momentum really on the 4 hour, not on daily, but the 4 hour. It's not looking good for the alts. This is slightly turning around, and historically, might be not that bad. So what we had here was a bit of a sideways motion, and then a continuation. So it got held up a bit, and some here, but this one. So here the momentum was downwards. Here the momentum is changing upwards. All these indicators are turning up on the 4 hour. And if that's the case, probably the alts are starting to drop. If Bitcoin's going up, the alts are dropping then. On the short time, yeah, they are. So there you go, they're starting to drop. Harmony, still struggling to pass that 618 level. So that was a major resistance, 618. If it breaks that, then it's got more to go. I'm just looking across some alts to see what they're doing. Yeah, they're not looking good. There's a lot of them that aren't looking good. Only a few that are looking good. So this is the dot chart. Yeah, I do think dot's going to revisit that support level. It's coming down. Hopefully it doesn't go lower. If Bitcoin drops, it's going to come down more, pretty much. If Bitcoin stays where it is, go sideways, then this will move back up. But the fact that it came below this level, 618, it just means that it's not ready yet. So dot's not ready to make big moves, not anytime soon. But don't forget, I said this could be a shakeout. So I will look for something like this. A few, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a few moves before it goes up or down. It's just going to go sideways or shakeout. And I have dot, but I'm not going to add more to it until I see. Well, they obviously hit that first target and pull back. So, and it's pulled back a bit more to my liking. It's not this level should have held. Is it that level now? The dot's wiki. It's bloody wicks everywhere. It's just annoying because I got stopped out a few times. So it's one of those ones that a bit nasty. It's not like say Ethereum where you can predict it or link. Yeah, so I've already done link. Sushi, let's see what sushi says. Okay. Sushi is surprising. I'm just watching it and not buying it, but every time I watch it, it's going up. So stupid me. I've seen it down here and I didn't buy it. And it's like a jigsaw, isn't it? It's pretty hard to figure out what it's doing. I can't read it. I'm struggling to read sushi. I'm looking for how to read this chart. I just can't. It's just all over the place. It's not predictable. The only one that the breakdown was predictable, came down, and now is it going sideways? Got no idea. So that was all-time high there. Sushi all-time high, and you can see we're like it's broken the all-time high, come below the all-time high, going above the all-time high. Like it's not making up its mind. So it's annoying. I'd rather do something else. Something that actually has a trend in a way. Now I can see that. That's pretty clear, right? Now let's see on the chart. No, it's not bearish divergence either. So it's all right. Just nothing's fantastic. Just got I think it's just like a channel at the moment until it breaks it. That channel. So this is actually a weekly support. So I've got the weekly support here. So that did its job. Mm. You know, I'll leave it there. I don't really have much to say on that. Yeah, okay, nothing there. Come on, Solana, keep going. Don't pull back. Okay. Pull back below that support line. Bloody thing. I thought it was going to go. Not this time. That's a bit of a rejection, isn't it? So this formation was working on the small time frame. Anyway, it looks like it's going to retest it. Retest here. What do you think? My stop limit will be here. Hopefully it doesn't stop out. Those cunts, those bastards will push it down sometimes. Let's see if this level holds it here. I'll still be to go long. Luna is one of the other ones. You can see how it did in the past. I've got some notes there. Is it ready to go? No. It's all over the place, but in that channel. Yeah, that's a bit ugly as well. So not interested in that. Matic was good. Stuffed up Matic. I didn't enter it. I was looking at here. Bloody hell, man. It's just you want computers to work for you, but that was a perfect entry. This was perfect. Right there. It couldn't be any better right there for an entry. And I had a few hours to pick it up and go with it. I didn't see it. So Matic, I reckon this will continue on because it broke the 1618. No, where's the rest of those templates? Oh, okay. So you can see how. So if this was a break, this top level, this is the next level up here. Let's see, at 30%. This does look like a reversal pattern in the making, right? Very, very similar to Bitcoin, this trend line just there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially, this could be a reversal. If you see a nice green on the 1 hour, if you see a bullish candle that engulfs these ones, it's a good sign to jump in. Let me see what it does. No, that doesn't help. That's the 1 hour. No, it's not going to help me there. It's just been too bullish lately. Please say Matic USD. Oh, this is it. Is it Matic? Yep. Oh, so I didn't even see that, but coming late. Yeah, I did Cardano. Yes. I think I did a Cardano update as well. Anyway, where's Cardano now? What is it doing? That's Cardano. No interest in those scribbles. Yeah, I did say Cardano has hit my target. This one extension, bit of overperformance, and I do see Cardano playing around here. I'm looking at it because I'm looking to re-enter. I did sell around here, so I'm looking to re-enter. Let's see what it says. Yeah, and they're still bullish. This one is the daily, so there's still upward pressure on the smaller time frame. That's a 15-minute chart. I'm trying to look for something I can read to enter in. At the moment, that doesn't quite give it. I wonder if it's just a channel. Oh, come on. Right. Too fast for this machine. Clicking on it, so that'll be interesting. See if that holds there. Just do some support levels. That's a support level there. So can it do that? Yes, it can. If it drops down here, could be potential good buy-in area. Yep, 618 as well. So that supports it. And this I'm going to 15-minute at the moment. Anyway, see what kind of candlesticks come out of it. So look at the 1 hour. Yeah, this orange area is also, yeah, this area, basically this area is a nice area to buy, I think. Let's go down one. If it comes down here, I'll be interested. I'll ignore this line. That's just hypothetical. The 0.5, yeah, so if I was just to, it's a price area where you would think there's some support, especially if you do this. The concentration really, if I do that, this roughly, this area is where it is right now is probably some, you would think there's some support. Anyway, I'd still see downward pressure on the 1 hour. See this? It's I don't see a bullish candle coming in place until I see this a bullish candle, and then I'll see this momentum change on this indicator. I'm not interested. Balancer. No, I'm not. You know what? Let's just go with what I've been doing right now. FTM, GRT. Okay, so this can keep going. And that's not going anywhere. Shiba might be good on this one. Polynex. Okay. We've got some shit coins. That doesn't help. Yeah, I think this is still got. So this, the only thing that's supporting this at the moment, this level, is previous support. So this is acting as nothing else tells us. So we don't have two elements that tell us that's a good support level. So that's what's hard about these kind of coins. When there's no fib level that determines. So there was a fib level here that did a good job, but once it broke down, it came to this fib level, and now I'll be looking here. No, not here for Shiba. I'll be looking for the 618 really, based on this macro structure. So that's a lot of zeros and a one. So that's Shiba. What else we got, guys? I did BNB is dropping big time. Shit. So what Bitcoin's on? Bitcoin's dropping, isn't it? Yeah, Bitcoin's dropped a bit. So I told you that's acting like resistance. That's it's not going to pass it easy. So this is the daily, and you can see a big rejection. Can the 21 weekly do the job? I don't think so. I don't know how some people just be bullish on Bitcoin when the chart says these key levels exist for a reason. And so if we look on the 4 hour, yeah, that doesn't look good. So be careful what you buy with the alts. If this just continues to hold this level, but sooner or later it's going to break, I think. Let's just hope it's a nice reversal and give us more time for the alts to do something. So I'm looking here where we did hit a bottom, and then we had a nice rally and another bounce, and then another bounce down. So it's potential. It's not all bearish, but this could be another area short term. I doubt it. It's hard. It's hard to read, but at the moment it's not doing well, is it? It's dropping a fair bit, and you'll see that I'll suffer for it. There we go. ADA's dropping. Put your stop limits, guys. Ethereum is dropping, and maybe it's time to short. So if Ethereum drops there, it's a good time to short. But it's not over yet. You might have a few more hours, but yeah, that's not. It's just grinding away at the moment. And now look on the right side, you can see the reds popping up. There's a fair bit of reds. So if you look at YouTube, don't get caught up with the bullshit or bullish stuff. The chart tells you another story. There's only a little hope for it to go up there. I'm 60% down, 40% up. And I'll go with, yeah, no, it's not looking good. Now the thing is, what really depends on is how much it drops. All right, let's look at this, guys. Let's look at one more perspective. Here we got the weekly, right? Actually, I had a chart. Let's see if it's around. All right, here we go. This is a bigger time frame. on my left, oh, this is the monthly chart. So you can see the monthly in context with other months. So here we had the bull run, and in the bull run we had some months that went red, but the bull run kept going. But those red candlesticks are like 30%, 40% pullbacks. But you look at this monthly chart, the momentum was upwards. Here this monthly chart, we've hit our changing trend really. See this monthly chart indicator, look at it's compared to the previous. So what it tells me that is, even though we're very high, the energy on the monthly is below 50%, the green's below, it's like it's heading south on the monthly. And previous bull run, not the green, the only time the green drop was here and done a reversal of the red. So this is really high. So that is a top. And if you really look at it, that doji was an indecisive candle. So don't spend money jumping in, I'll tell you that much, going long. We're going to have some bearish moments, but if you look at that price, 58,600 on the monthly, okay. That's a monthly candle. If we drop below this, 45, so I'll put that there, monthly support. We need to see that hold, at least on the weekly chart. We need to see that hold. So that's a monthly support and resistance. So now if we go to weekly on that one, yeah, on the weekly we need to hold that, because then what happens is we have if that doesn't hold on the monthly, we're going to have a lower low as well. Right now on the weekly we have a change in trend. That's high low, high high, etc. That was our, from here to there, high low on the weekly. This is a change. So that's pushing it down. So if we're to lose this monthly support, I do think we're going to go probably to this level, which is about 31, 32K. It's not looking good. So that's this, yeah. So if we just need to see it hold, really. This fib level is still holding, but which is the weekly 21, but that fib level is dropping far out. Just need to see that hold. It's not looking good. And let's see the daily now. No drastic moves. We might have a few days. So you can see here where it took 1, 2, 3, 4 days of dropping and then a reversal. So it could be similar here as well, with a double bottom. But at the same time, don't forget, could be head and shoulders as well, couldn't it? See how I got the left shoulder, head? This could be the right shoulder as well. So this could go very deep as well. It's hard, put it that way. No one knows. Everyone gives an opinion. At the moment, Bitcoin's holding more sideways, and right now it's probably a good time to jump back in on some alts. All right, guys. Is there anything else you want to talk about? We've got Balancer, TNX. Sir, please say again your idea on Ethereum. Ethereum. This level. I'm looking for potential reversal here and up. But if it loses it, I would get out of this Ethereum if you lose this. Basically, what I said was flip your Ethereum to ADA. ADA is much better at the moment. That's what I said because Ethereum's done its top. Actually, let's look at Ethereum against Bitcoin. We had it before, didn't we? Is that the one? That wasn't the chart, was it? I had it somewhere before. Okay, here we go. So Ethereum against Bitcoin hit its target, and then you expect a pullback. I don't want to explain all this, but basically hit my target. And I do think Ethereum is going to pull back a bit against Bitcoin. I did sell, I got an Ethereum, really. This looks like it's reversing on the daily as well, the MACD. So it might come down a fair bit before it goes up again. And if you look at on the daily, two candles, so this daily candle, we still got another 7 hours. If this red candle stays red, that is a reversal pattern for top formation. Two red candles like that, green and two red candles that come down, you can say it represents something similar to this around there. It's a definitely a bearish sign. Three candles will give you a story, and you will find support there against Bitcoin. I do think this is going to head to the either 10 weekly moving average or the 20 weekly moving average, somewhere here, and then back up. So I'm not looking at, but I would wait for that candle to close on a daily. Okay, and let's see. What have we got else? We said balancer. All right. Sometimes you guys give me something and I go, it's a good buy. I do need to look at it. Not clear, but that is definitely. Let's see what happened here. So you can see it hit the one, did a double top. So this was my reference to there. From there, fib extension. The first one was that fib level was a resistance, and then this came short, but it hit the one, and then hit the one again, double top. So you get that big rejection. I would look at that fib level. Right now, it's not quite there yet, and see what happens there. But this definitely looks like a support level based on this, because when price came up, that became a strong resistance, and you got all this stuff. But this will be my reference for a buy-in. So, and then once it gets there, look for a green candle, nice bullish green candle or combination before you jump in. But yeah, I'm not going to try and guess what it's trying to do. All I'm doing is looking at levels at the moment. So if I do it on a small time frame, which say if that was my area, I want to see some bullish divergence as well. So what do we have here? I keep forgetting to write to TradingView for them to change the bloody script from going one chart to another. The colors don't go with it. Can we use this? I don't know. Looks all right. So we've got one touch, two touch, maybe third touch. As I said, this is the fib level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This area is all right. Potentially, it gives a reason. Volume's dropping, volatility is dropping as it comes down towards this area. So less selling, and therefore it's pretty much sold off. Yeah, this looks good for balancer. So I might keep an eye on that. There you go, something that's worth looking at. And let's see one more thing on that. Let's see if there's any bullish divergence in the build-up. So this is the 4-hour. You can see the MACD is still going down, and we're still not there. That's what I'm saying. And this is, yeah, so there's all this is still downward pressure on the 4-hour. So more further downward. And you can see the 10, 20 moving average acting as resistance. Yeah, so actually right here would have been a perfect time to short. Keep forgetting to short stuff. All right, what else is there? Dodge. We did dodge. I think I did dodge, yeah. Yeah, I did dodge. Basically I said dodge. Reference point, reference point, reference point. I don't think it's going to break this level, even though that looks like support. Unless it breaks it, it might just go down again. It's very difficult. There's too many factors. That's resistance there. That's your major resistance. So even if it breaks, it might just go sideways at the moment. And there's no trend. But there you got that. Potentially, in the center shoulders, long, yeah, it's not ready. Got to keep an eye on it. Right? I'm not bearish or bullish. I have no opinion on it. Dodge hit my target, and that pulled back hard. So, and it pulled very back, like really significant. After it hit the target, it just pulled back really hard, all the way down here to this support line. So it's going to take a while for that bullishness to return. And the fact that Bitcoin's doing what it's doing, that might have been it. That would have been the perfect time to sell. And look at that short. If you shorted there, stupid me missed out on that. 44%, 50%. Sometimes you just too much work. That's what else is there? BTC bouncing back. Nah. Looks shit. Weekly. BTC looks shit. So if I delete that, yeah, it looks crap. But not, yeah. Too early to say what it's going to do. So I spoke about BTC all that time. BNB. Yeah, BNB it's lost a lot of its momentum. Where is he? Even this one here. I was looking at this the other day, and I missed this completely. But in a way, it's good I missed out because look how it just went back down. So you wouldn't expect that, but that's what it did. It just went crazy. So BNB, looking at where is it? So Thorchain looks good on the 12-hour. That's my tip for you guys. Keep an eye on Thorchain. Looking for support. That looks like support, doesn't it? Retest. So yeah, there's a lot of good things about Thorchain, and no bearish divergence either. Where's BNB? I had it. There we go. All right, let's see a theory of mine. Let's see if this works. Okay, so if I was you guys, don't bother trying to get into BNB. So this was the previous line I had. It's actually holding there, right? I extend that. So that's playing its part. So here it could be a reversal pattern in the making. And there's definitely a bullish divergence there. Let's look on the 4 hour. I'll tweak that a bit. All right, here we go. It's trying to hold it, but how much confidence do I have? So here you go, reverse pattern in the making. When would you jump in? After it breaks that level. This, if it breaks that, I'll jump in. I wouldn't touch it after that, before then, because it's very indecisive. Even though there's bullish divergence, that played out and then pulled back again. But yeah, it does look good for a reversal. Pulled back hard though from that. So look, we've got 12 hours, pull back in 4 hours. So it shows weakness there. But I do see a potential reversal. There's no bullish divergence here. There's no bullish divergence there. There's a little bit on the MAC, but that did it. Well, you want to see something like this. No, I don't want that. I actually learned something new today too. So if you get a twist like, see here, there's no bullish divergence. It doesn't give you confidence to jump in. It's one of those ones that I'll just wait to see what happens here. Breakout trade, pretty much. All right, now let's look at one thing that's important. And I lost it. All right, I used to have it. Let's see. Here's one for you guys. Have your desktop tomorrow morning, Monday. Do this. Actually, let me do it here. Look at tomorrow morning. Watch this. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Let me fix it in all alphabetic. Have that open, the US dollar, and see what it does. The US dollar bounce caused trouble for us last week. That was that bounce there. And we have the SP 500. The markets are closed at the moment, but that's how we finished on Friday. And that's why we had some good return to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was dumping while this was happening. And NASDAQ. So NASDAQ bounced nicely as well. And that's why we had a bit of a recovery. And gold. Where was gold? Gold. That's silver. That's gold. And gold bounce as well. So if I was to draw a vertical line when this US dollar bounced, and I'll line up with, you can see basically that's the same. Like you can see these tweets here, pretty much just lined up. Now I'm going to look, if actually I can do it better this way. Where is it? Where is it? You might see from here, background. Okay, and what else I'm going to do? Yeah, so you can see my tweezers now, right? So this red one here, so if I get that red line, and you can see the top left chart when my tweezers come on, right there. And you look on the right side, you can see all my twin hair lines. So here we go. Here's the next one against the US dollar. And the other one against the US dollar. You can see when the US dollar bounced, all the others dropped significantly. All of them. Gold, and I'll get rid of NASDAQ, and now let's look at Bitcoin. We use a CME, actually CME will be all right. Come on. Is it one? Not grayscale. I don't want grayscale. What's CME? Let me just pick it out from another chart. That's the CME one. There we go. Cool. So that's my Bitcoin. Let's just fix the background a bit, because we've got everything else. All right. So now I'm going to do the same with this tweezer here. When the US dollar bounced, whoops, wrong thing. I'm lining up with the US dollar, and we'll look at Bitcoin. Can you see how Bitcoin dropped against the Bitcoin? So all these charts all dropped when the dollar went up. All of them dropped. There's not one chart that didn't drop. So as long as the US dollar keeps dropping, we have some hope for Bitcoin. That's my thinking. But that's just one aspect. Now, I didn't say that before. We have hope. The CME gap. Then it's likely to be filled with a bounce. So is that filled? You can say that was filled. With that price, that bounce there, filled that gap. Bugger. That was going to be our hope. Is there CME gaps below? Oh shit. Look at that gap. You know what that means, guys? That's a big gap too. That means Bitcoin could go that low to fill that gap. And then we have one more little gap down here. Fuck, 18,000. All time, that was the previous all time high as support. So if this is a reversal, we can definitely see this coming down to here in the coming months or or next year. But it definitely can come down to here to cover that gap. Up to, if you look at all the CME charts or CME gaps, they've been all filled throughout the history of it. They've all these gaps have been filled in the past years. There's never been one missed. And so this is a big hole right there. So Bitcoin can go down to 24 grand. And this might be the start of it. Me being putting the bearish head hat on. So come Monday, you want to see what the US dollar does. That's my point. At the moment, the markets are closed. Yep. And if this continues down, it's good. But if it comes to this level and then does a reversal again, Bitcoin's going to go down more. And these guys could pretty much come Monday, if the US dollar jumps like that, these guys are going down. So keep that in mind. And So I want to make that point clear. It's very important that you have the bigger picture in mind as well. You don't just look at crypto on its own. It's not isolated to the rest of the world. And yeah, so I'm looking at Sol at the moment, and that's not looking good either. So coins are starting to drop. So Sol's dropping. I'm not. Thought it was going to do well. So Ethereum. There's a bit of bearishness in the market right now. What's Ethereum doing? Yeah, so this is not looking good, guys. Very on the knife's edge. Yeah, that's not looking good. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I can say. Keep an eye on, come Monday, keep an eye on that. And this looks like a reversal formation, really. Here's, I don't think anyone's talked about it. Let me do it. I just seen it now. All right. Can you see what the shape is? It's pretty much a diamond. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. So that's shit as well. Fuck, I didn't see that until now. And if you look up the internet, if you don't know about it, shit. This is not good. I just saw it now. Fuck, I never saw it before. Oh, that's shit. Even that line's broken. What's Bitcoin doing now? Oh, that's all. That's Ethereum. I'm not saying not Bitcoin. That's Ethereum. That's a diamond formation, which is a reversal pattern. So I do think Ethereum's going to go down now. Looking at that, and potentially a significant pullback. The height of that structure from the breakout point. If it was to break out from there, if that's a breakout, we're looking at the height of this structure as a target for Ethereum, which has confluence to that level here. So it is a good trading opportunity in terms of shorting, really. Be careful, but you got to make sure it breaks it before you trade it. But that's not looking good for Ethereum at all. Because this is a strong level, right? This like it took a long time for it to break this level. And if Ethereum breaks that level on the back, like even I doubt if it will make it that much. Short it. Once it breaks it and bounces a little bit, short it because it's going to go down. You need to see Ethereum do something like that. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to close some of my trades, taking some profit because this is not looking good. It's not lasting, is it? 30 minutes. Yeah, so that's looking shit. So that's another rejection there, which works. So we had one rejection. That's the second rejection. Come on, baby, hold this up. All we can hope for, this line here, holds it. which is at weekly 21. And it's not looking good. Can't say more than that, guys. I'm not sure what else I can say, but that's it. If you got alts and you haven't flipped them to Bitcoin or to cash, you're gonna bleed a bit. Don't take too much risk. That's what I'm saying. Don't go all bullish. There's bullish scenarios, and right now it's on the knife's edge. And you had your chances a few times. So with ADA, I did like so. ADA's pretty much. So I don't see ADA coming back up that easy. It's lucky I got rid of it when I did. So I'm looking for an entry, but well, here's the entry areas for ADA. Depending on what Bitcoin does, really. Bitcoin ruins all the charts. That's what it does. You can plan all you want with ADA that look, or all the alts that look good, and it just breaks it. All good setups, really. So now look for shorting opportunities potentially. You know, I'm going to start shorting really. Should talking, but should have shorted. So which ones can we short? Yeah, even Dot's looking shit. Come on now. I thought Dot would, yeah, so Dot could come all the way down here as well. Yeah, that's not looking good. It's time to do shit. Oh, well, let's see uni. Okay, that was my old chart. So I thought I lost it. No, so it's there. Okay. Can get rid. I'll leave that. What was that chart again? So that was my last week's chart, looking at the coins, US dollar and SP 500. So that was a clear support area, SP 500. All right, let's see what else we got. We've got uni. Uni, where are we? All right. That was TrueBit that I'm looking at. So it's just not going anywhere at the moment. TrueBit, which is all right, guys. TrueBit's worth, I don't know what it's worth. Long-term investment for me. Oh, let's look at uni. Those were my expectations, and they didn't eventuate. This one did. So I found the support on the channel. Now look at it. So I've got this channel for uni. All right, let's adjust that a bit. Yeah. I can get rid of that. So you can see uni, that point there. Yeah, I would say that's got confluence at the bottom of the channel. So let's look at daily. So that's a bad look on the day. Look at that candle. Like you got two daily rejections. You got this big red candle, and then you got this big wick. It's not looking good. And you can see where I had previously support, so it might drop a bit more. I would look down to this level here for uni and ignore this line. Ignore that. This is all micro stuff. You can see what it did. It hit the 1.618 perfectly there. There you go. There you go. That's why uni dropped. It hit its target. 1.618 golden ratio. It's got on the daily. Look how many wicks on the daily. Another rejection. Another rejection. A lot of downward pressure. That's a channel downwards, isn't it? So let's do that properly. And I like doing stuff channel, especially on a small time frame. Far out. You see where the battle is. So this is one versus the other, really. Continuation to the downside or continuation to the upside. Which one breaks first? That's a pivot. That's a pivot. And that's the other direction. So if this breaks, it's going to go down to this level here, where we have confluence, and then potentially, and then we'll see what happens. But that's my support line. I just see it going down, pretty much uni. Nothing bullish about it at the moment. And if I add some tools in there, indicators, yeah, you can see, look how they're pointing all down. They're all pointing down on the 4 hour, all pointing down on the daily. They're pointing down. Yeah, uni's not looking good. Yeah, so the MACD is getting wider. So there is definitely downward pressure. And then look for what I said in the past for levels of interest. I would look for this green level at the moment, because that has a lot of confluence as prior rejection. And so it should act like, so yeah, it's got more to go down pretty much. Now, how about ALA? It topped 1.61 as well. Great time to short. Yeah, good thinking. Yeah, we missed it, didn't we? So shorting it, we missed the entry. That was the top. And on my left is the daily chart. There you go. It's not quite there yet. Didn't quite give us a good signal on this indicator. I still think it will go sideways a bit. You want to see another, oh, here we go. You don't just short, you look for short entrance. So I like to see it come back up here. I like to see this come back up and see what it does before. So here we go. Let's see if we see anything. You can say there's a reversal pattern. And you didn't really retest it. So there's no retest at the moment on the even the 1 hour. Don't be rushing to short it right now. Look for the bounce. And if it doesn't, well, bad luck. You want to set up some setup before you short it. Looking here, it's already down. It's probably going to look for a reversal, another bounce, and Yeah, this might be an area where it starts to go back up again, and then we look for confluence where this area could be a nice reversal area, which was our previous. Yeah, it's a fib level as well. And what's this one? This is against the dollar. Let's look at the 4 hour. See, the 4 hour's it's already gone down to 50%. Oh, yeah. That was a good chance to short. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Adam might come down. I don't think that was at its top. It just, but the thing is, before it makes new gains to the high, it can pull back down a fair bit. And so we've got the 618 here. It's possible if Bitcoin goes down to 42K, this could potentially go down to here and make it back up again. So that area, I'll look for interest for a bounce for it to hit that target there. It's not surprising that it could do that. So yeah, a shorting opportunity would be nice to come up here. Keep an eye on Bitcoin and potentially down. Yeah, I don't think it'll drop anytime soon, but you never know. Right on to short could form the other shoulder. Let's see. Where are we getting that up? Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. It could be a right shoulder. Um, and this is a thing, isn't it? Well, here I go. I got something there. The neckline is. Let's get rid of this one. The neckline could be that, couldn't it? From here, there to there. And if, where is it? Yeah, you're right. Although that, where is that? Do you think so? My shoulder's small enough to do that. Left shoulder's big enough. Head. Yeah, to me it makes sense. Definitely makes sense because, as I said, I do expect a bounce, and the neckline's pretty clear so far. And if this doesn't go any further down, so that's what is this is the 1 hour small time frame, and if it was to turn to be neck and shoulder, head and shoulders, and if that was to be the breakout point again, it could go down to this level here. Actually, that is perfectly there, isn't it? That is the most overextended in the space at that moment. When it drops fast. Yeah, I agree. So it's already dropped. Okay, 8%, it's not bad. 9%. And that level there has confluence here. But I think it might come down to the 618. Just a bit more to this level. So place your orders there. Actually, I think I got an order there. Hold on. Let me see. Finance. Lucky you refreshed my memory because I'll place an order somewhere. Let me see where I am. Sometimes I forget where I place my orders. Let's see. I'm cashed up at least. That's all right. Looking at my thing, the only thing so far I got is a bit of dot and a bit of ADA. Oh shit! I got Ethereum as well. Shit! I didn't think I had Ethereum. Ah shit! Should have got rid of all my Ethereum by now. All right. I'm up. Idiot! What am I doing with Ethereum? Far out. Overlooked my Ethereum. I better put a stop limit there somewhere. If it drops more, far out. Stuffed that one up. Yeah, so I've got ADA at 178. Prior, I don't know where I got that from. So I'm thinking capitulation 178. So I've had ADA in case it wicks down stupidly. I had ADA somewhere around here in case it just drops hard. One of those freak moments. It does it a few times, and I'm going to leave it there. It might just go panic mode and people just drop more. But yeah, 190 or $2 really, $2 range is where ADA could probably drop down to. But historically, when ADA drops hard, it drops hard really, really bad. So I might just get lucky around the $1.80. Yeah, around here, I might get lucky. Anyway, that's what I got. I will not give $5 for what? 3.3. What's 3.3? That will give ADA its shoulder, and then cryptos will collapse. Yeah, it will be a sign of it, definitely. And Ethereum's already giving you the sign. Look at Ethereum. It's I've got here. That's Link. Link's already going down, right? Even SNX or something like that. So look at Link. It's going shit. Look how much it's dropped. And in Ethereum, it should hold this area at least for sure. You would think so, right? But that is definitely a diamond reversal. And I do see a little bounce before it goes down. So that might be my exit strategy for Ethereum. A little bounce right there. What was that? That's a 4 hour. Let's look at the 30 minutes. So I didn't quite give the bounce, a reversal bounce. Yeah. Not looking good for Ethereum either. So that trend line is significant, and it just broke below it. So Ethereum's showing what Bitcoin's showing, really. And I'm dragging this online thing for a while, but I think I've answered most of my goals, I suppose. I'm bearish, pretty much. Pretty much bearish on a lot of things. That's not to say there's not no opportunities, but I don't have the answer about the long-term market, like the bull run. This could be the end of the bull run. Stock markets are overextended. They are. Look at them. Like the stock markets needs a big correction. This is ridiculous. So if you look at the stock market, it's been just going up and up and up. And gold's different. irrespective of the US dollar going down, I don't think the stock market could keep just going up and up and up. Yeah, this is we don't want to see the market come to an end, but yeah, there's a little bit left in there to make money, but put the DX on the yearly chart. So what is this? This has got since 87. Come on, fire out. So that's a weekly chart. If we're gonna do, actually, give me a sec. Where is this? Let me see my, oh, come on. I want to see what I was thinking back then with my, no, I want to see there. So you can see what I was thinking back then. So if I look at that now, it's very hard to get anything right, but this is just ideas, isn't it? You can see this pivot point. That is a pivot point. We'd like to see that break, but you can see how the US dollar has a lot of support here, here. So it can bounce up just by looking at the chart. That is a strong area for support. And then the bottom trend line. So if the US dollar goes up, I do think it's going to go down. There's more rejection here, and the concept that of the US dollar being printing and printing the US, like the dollar has to drop more, but it's not ready to drop yet. Don't think so. But if it was to drop, then it will be good for all the stock markets and the crypto as well. So it might be a case where the US dollar goes up and Bitcoin and the stock markets alike suffer because of this last bounce before goes down. You can see that that's resistance, resistance. So it might just fluctuate there for a while, and that's in the weeks, right? Yeah, so this might be around here for a while, knowing that this is that's resistance along there, and we had the first rejection went down, but we might find support here as well. So it's going to be interesting to see for the coming weeks how that affects everything else. But I do think that's resistance, and it might just break down. If it breaks down, then Bitcoin could continue the bull run. That's how I see it. Okay, draw the right side of your trend line to the bottom line. That's point. It's already broken out. Drop the right side to the trend line. It's broken out. Retest, and then yeah, that's what I see though. Few levels, and then if you put your Fibonacci on it, you can see that that is the 382 being acting as support, and you can probably say push that up to the next fib level. Do we have any confluence there? Yeah, we do. We have this other one, this fib level here. So we've got two of them playing a role. Okay, that's what I got at the moment, but it doesn't matter what I think. It's just an observation at the moment. We'll see what happens come the coming week. But I do see Bitcoin dropping, and I'm going to get support here. I think it's getting tired of doing support. Like this is a gradual drop, a bit of a dead cat bounce. So even this, let's just see one more aspect from there to there. So it didn't make, okay, it's not that bad, I suppose. Hold on, can we use this? We have to use this one. And that's a 682, all right, or 618 level. So it's not bad, but it's still got, we didn't pass the 618 level and rejection. Yeah, that's, no matter which way you look at it, the 618 level just like there's resistance there. Let me just see one more thing. Actually, oh, that's fine. Just save that. That's the 30 minutes. I don't want the 30 minutes. So that the good thing is about the RSI, it's at the bottom part. That's what's going for us. It's really low. In fact, it could still stay, could go on low, but how much more low can it go? That's the question. But the 50% level, so if we look at the 50% level, we need to pass there. So it's got a long way to go to pass the 50% level for this to go up. So if the RSI was to go up to here and pass it, we have a chance of to the upside. But as long as it's below there, it's got no chance. So 50% I use as changing trend. Maybe even lower there. Maybe 47%. And if I was to do the RSI on the and this is what I saw someone else do. I didn't realize you can do this. See, it hit the 0.5 fib level. So from here to there, hits 0.5 fib level and then rejection twice. So that to me is bearish. It would have been so that we've got 618 really at the 50% level here, just from the RSI perspective. I never saw that this actually being used like this, but I'm going to start seeing I'm going to start using this to see if that has consistency. So Mike Clark, where is it? Where is it? Same thing that I have. And you've got the moving averages. Yeah, what's that one? That's on the weekly. Yep. So if you put the moving averages as well, so my tool doesn't work on. So that's the 13 and the 50 moving average, which is all bearish on top of it. The fact they break through, yeah, that is bearish. But the thing is, there's also finding support here. If I just move that up on the weekly, support there, support there. We just want to see that break. And I can't tell. Let's look at the RSI. US dollar. Yeah, it looks bearish as well. So that's the only thing that's going for us. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. I'm pretty much done. I don't want to bore anyone else. And doesn't matter what the US dollar does, man, at this point. What we think it's going to do, we just got to keep an eye on it. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. But that's all I got. Hopefully you benefit from it. I'll see how I go tomorrow. I might jump on tomorrow morning when the market's open and take it from there. But at the moment, it looks very bad. Bearish. Bitcoin's holding. I don't think it will drop anytime soon. But the sentiment is basically putting lack of confidence to the market, and they're also just doing the same. People are playing it safe. But there might be a few bounces where there's opportunities to jump in. But for me, it's very late in the morning or night, and I'm not going to make any trades while I go to sleep. So again, thanks for joining. Good luck with that, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.